word with you about this Clayton affair." At the breezy command of "Fire ahead," Meredith outlined the progress of his investigation, laying particular stress on his theory that Clayton had been drugged before being placed in the car. To his intense relief, the superintendent anticipated his request. "And now I suppose you want permission for an autopsy. Is that it, Inspector?" "That's about it, sir. Any chance?" "Hang on a minute, and I'll have a word with the chief. Luckily, he's in his office. Don't promise, mind you, but I'll do my best. Thanks." Meredith waited apprehensively for the chief's decision. So much he felt depended on the autopsy. He was quite certain that he could not persuade a coroner's jury to bring in a verdict of murder by putting forward his present suspicions. But once proved that Clayton had been drugged and the result of the inquest was a foregone conclusion, not that Meredith was hankering after a sensational verdict. It was merely that he now felt certain that Clayton had not taken his own life. The superintendent's voice drew him sharply out of his reverie. "You there, Meredith? I've seen the chief. He was a bit dubious at first. Thought that the reasons you'd put forward for the post-mortem were a trifle too thin. But I'm glad to say that I got him round in the end. So you can go ahead with a clear conscience." "That's really good news, sir. I'll get Dr. Burney on the job straight away and send through my report early tomorrow." "Good. By the way, the inquest is fixed for Wednesday next at 2:30. The body's at the mortuary, isn't it?" "Yes, sir." "Then we'll arrange for the coroner to sit in the courtroom. You'd better subpoena all the witnesses you think necessary. I shall probably be over myself, if I can spare the time." Immensely pleased with the result of his phone call, Meredith had soon fixed up with Dr. Burney, in conjunction with Dr. White, to perform the necessary post-mortem. In less than an hour, the two doctors were at their gruesome job in the little mortuary adjoining the station. When the inspector returned from a hastily snatched meal, he found the doctors waiting for him. "Well, gentlemen?" Dr. Burney smiled. "You seem anxious, Inspector." Meredith laughed. "I am. A negative report would make me look a tidy fool after airing my suspicions so strongly at HQ. Well, you won't lose your beauty sleep on that account. We've no reason to alter our opinion as to the cause of death. That's asphyxia, all right. On the other hand, we found about 30 grains of trional in the stomach and intestines. You know what that is, I suppose?" "A drug?" asked Meredith on tenterhooks. Burney nodded. Dr. White, a short, podgy little man, cut in wheezily. "A powerful drug, too. 30 grains of the stuff would send a man off to sleep in a brace of shakes." Burney grinned at the older man's expression. "I know exactly what you're going to ask, Inspector. What is a brace of shakes?" "Say, in this case, anything from 20 minutes to half an hour." "That's so, White?" 20 minutes is my opinion. Can't be certain, of course. People react differently to drugs, but that's about it." As the doctors were shuffling themselves into their overcoats, Meredith observed, "No need to tell you, gentlemen, what this means." Burney winked. "It wasn't suicide. If that's what you're after. By the way, when's the inquest? Is it fixed yet?" Meredith told them, and the doctors drove off together in Burney's car to write up an official report of their findings. Left alone, the inspector allowed himself a moment of self-congratulation. Then, tired out after his day's work, he trudged off through the frost-rimed streets to spend the tail end of the evening helping his 17-year-old son Tony to assemble a new 5-valve wireless set. Tony was apprenticed to a local photographer, but like Meredith, he had a mechanical turn of mind. A fact which did a lot to further the happy relationship existing between father and son. Meredith was inordinately proud of his only child, a feeling which he secretly believed to be reciprocated, and if it hadn't been for Mrs. Meredith, Tony would have long ago been destined for the force.